guys doing today? If you don't know me, my name's Emma. I'm the Bookish Princess. Today I'm going to talk to you about two of my very favorite things, Disney and style. If you're already subscribed to my channel, which you totally should be, the button's right there, but you'll know that I've recently been posting videos from my family's Disneyland trip. We went last summer. We had such a fun time. I'll make sure I link that playlist up above and in the description so you can check out these outfits if you want to see them in action, because in today's video I'm going to tell you all about what I wore to Disneyland. So I absolutely love to dress up for my family's Disney trips to Disneyland and Disney World. I always love to wear dresses and skirts in the parks. To be honest, I wear dresses and skirts pretty much everywhere. Our trip to Disneyland was quite short, but I was determined to pack in some of my very favorite dresses. Our arrival day was actually July 4th, and I wore this lovely blue striped dress. This dress is by Kate Spade. I found it a couple years ago at the outlets. It was one of those mega sales where like everything is already like 70% off, but then it's like another 20% off on top of it. It was such a fantastic find. It has pockets. You guys know I always want pockets in my skirts and dresses. It has a little bit of a sleeve. I really like dresses to have sleeves. I could do with a little bit more of a sleeve actually, but that does the job. I like it. It also has a really lovely swishy full skirt. I really like these kind of big pleats here. This dress is beautifully tailored, so it fits so nicely. I really like the high neck here. So we hung out in the e-ticket club over at the Disneyland Hotel, and we got to see the July 4th fireworks, which was so cool. And I felt like this dress was just perfect for the Disneyland Hotel because, of course, that's all like white and blue. And then, of course, July 4th, I thought the colors worked for that so well too. The cut and shape of this dress are just one of those things that never go out of style. Like, I feel like I will keep wearing this. I keep wearing all of these dresses until they fall apart because I just love them. As for shoes, what I wore with this dress and also the pink dress were my trusty white Croc flats. These I know I've mentioned before. I just love Crocs for the parks or for any kind of traveling really. I love white shoes. I think they go with pretty much everything. Also, I know I don't really want to have to bring a different pair of shoes for every outfit, so having some kind of neutral, comfy, cute pair of shoes that's going to match everything is definitely a must. The exact pair of white Croc flats that I wore to Disneyland, I've actually retired because I wore them so many times the treads on the back were starting to get worn down. You can kind of see in the pictures that they had more of a rounded toe instead of a pointed toe. I did get so many wears out of that pair of Crocs though. Now since they're white, they are going to pick up a lot of dirt, but when you get home, you just wash them off and then they're brand new and sparkling white again. I definitely recommend Crocs if you're going to be doing a lot of walking, and they have so many cute flat styles. This next dress is one of my all-time favorites. I feel like it just looks like me. I love the color and the print and the cut and the skirts and the pockets. I actually found this dress at Walt Disney World at the dress shop at Disney Springs. It's by Pinup Girl Clothing. I think I've worn this to Disney World twice and to Disneyland once. The bright pink and red and white is just so cheerful. It's got some kind of Fantasyland vibes. And of course, Disneyland is Walt's original park, so I thought it'd be pretty great for that. Really nice, super full skirt, really nicely cut, defined waist. It's got some very nice sleeves. It also comes with a matching belt. It just makes for such a polished look, just like the perfect finishing touch. For the length of this trip, we actually did a ton. One day we went to California Adventure in the morning, got to see Cars Land and the Motorama Girls, which is like one of my very, very favorite things. And then we had brunch at the Storytellers Cafe at the Grand Californian Hotel. And then we went to Disneyland in the afternoon. In fact, I think we went to Disneyland right after lunch and then came back to the Grand Californian to kind of chill out. It was so hot and crowded because it was July 4th crowds. And then we went back over to do a couple more things at Disneyland. That is one really nice thing about kind of the compressed nature of Disneyland, is that it's super easy to walk everywhere. It doesn't take very long to get from the hotels to the park. I mentioned my shoes, but I should also tell you about my accessories. For a purse on our Disneyland day, I used this adorable chip. It's almost more of like a wristlet wallet. It was very small, but it fits a ton. It fit everything I needed. This is from Primark. My friend Michelle from England found it for me. I wish there were more Primarks in the States because the stuff they have there is just so incredibly cute. I thought it went well with the pink and was the perfect Disneyland accessory. I also had some really cute sunglasses. These are heart-shaped. They've got like a little bit of the mirrored thing going on, which I feel like is super popular in sunglasses. sunglasses these days, and I love the kind of rainbow shades, so definitely went with the pink, really went with everything. Betsy Johnson, I found them on sale at the Nordstrom Rack. It was such a great score. I can never really bring myself to pay more than about $20 for a pair of sunglasses because I feel like I know I'm gonna lose them or break them, and then I'll be so annoyed with myself that it was like an expensive pair, whereas if it's like, you know, a $15 Target pair or something I found on sale, I don't feel as bad when they get broken. Although the two pairs I brought on my trip last summer actually held up really well. This is the other pair. I wore these with the pineapple dress. These I'm pretty sure I found at Target. Just very basic, nice kind of white frames, like the shoes. Goes with pretty much everything. Target has always been my go-to place for sunglasses. They've never disappointed. They have so many fun styles. So before we get to the last dress, I'll just finish out with my accessories. I wore these shoes. They're some Toms. I'd never owned Toms before. I found them in the sale section, inevitably. So you guys can't tell anybody this, but they're actually lemons. And I know it's pineapples on the dress, but I feel like from a distance, it looks like these could be pineapples. So it's like pineapple shoes, pineapple dress. Very comfortable, very cute, definitely a win. And then my main purse for the trip, since the chip one was a little bit small, was this one. Very cute. I actually got this a while ago. I think I found it in a Marks & Spencer on my last trip to England. Marks & Spencer, another thing I wish we had here in the States. Pretty basic and neutral, so it goes with everything, but I love all the little detailing. Pretty roomy too, actually. You can see it kind of expands. Nice crossbody strap there, big enough to fit a book. Always an important part of a bag for me. And then last but not least, this scarf that I'm wearing. Can you see? It says Motorama Girls, and it has my girl Flo. I got this at Carsland at Disneyland. I can never leave Carsland without buying a piece of Motorama Girl merchandise. I just love the Motorama Girls so much. They need a movie, guys. I want it to happen. But yeah, you can see they're all on the scarf here. Just super cute. I did actually wear the scarf, more for warmth than fashion. At the Grand Californian, they have a viewing deck where resort guests can go to watch World of Color, which is so cool. It was such a fun view because you're like kind of off to the side and up a little higher. You can't see the projections super well, but I think it's cool how you can see the jets, and oh, I just love that show so much. But I had not brought very many, you know, cold weather clothes because it was July. Like, it was really hot during the day. But then at night, it was, as we were out on the balcony, it was freezing. I was so cold. I wish now that I'd packed a sweatshirt. I had like a pretty light jacket, and then I was also wearing the scarf. All right, on to my very last dress. I liked the way the colors worked out here, blue, yellow, and pink. This is by Emily and Finn. You might recognize this brand because ModCloth often carries a lot of their dresses. I love shopping on ModCloth. But if you go over to Emily and Finn's website, they actually have the same patterns, but in like a much bigger variety of different cuts and styles. They have blouses and skirts and dresses. This one I made just a very small alteration to. So you can see these collars, these two pieces here actually used to be like a second set of collars, which was very pretty, but when both of the collars were open, it just was cut a little too low for me. So I just pinned these two together, and you almost can't tell. You would almost think the dress was made like that. I think it's so pretty. Again, really lovely tailoring, and just fit like a dream. Pockets, yes. This full swishy skirt does have an underlayer. It does have a really nice petticoat built right into it. This I thought fit right in at the Grand Californian and again at the Disneyland Hotel with all those palm trees and foliage. So those are my Disneyland dresses. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do you have a Disneyland trip coming up? Are you planning your wardrobe? I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. I have to give quick props to my patrons. Every other week over on my Patreon page, I post a poll asking my patrons to help me decide what video I'm gonna make that week. What I wore to Disneyland was this week's winner. As I mentioned, the Disneyland part of this trip was actually the smaller portion, and then the main purpose of the trip was going out to the Grand Canyon. We went to Yellowstone. I did vlog all of that, and I've actually been sharing those vlogs over on my Patreon page. So if you're interested in seeing those, if you want to be part of the poll, if you enjoy my content and want to help support it, I hope you'll go check it out. It's patreon.com/BookishPrincess. That's about it from me. I hope you guys are having a magical day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!